Monaco. We got to get myself water. Have to get that before I start. Right. Got my water. Okay. Let's to unlock stuff. The first thing, well, actually, before I do that, the first thing I'm going to do is do the warrior quests. I forgot to sell that. Sell that real quick. Hopefully, you'll feel better by watching my stream. Do 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 do. Actually, I have not done. Have I? No, I did not. I never went to Gold Saucer. Might as well just. No, I should have waited. Oh well. Actually, no, I'm gonna do that later because I'm gonna have to come back anyway for the. Let's come back anyway for the giant cack pot, the jumbo cack pot. I'm not planning on doing any MSQ right now. I'm mainly just going around. I'm doing this, and then I'm gonna go around and unlock some of the stuff that I'm able to unlock now. Because there's a ton of the what quests that unlock stuff. So after I do these warrior quests, that's what I'm planning on doing. I think it's here. Mhm. Hello again, my friend. It's quite obvious that you have been anything but idle in your training since we last met. Your progress is heartening to look upon. Truly, but it also serves to remind me that each hour I spend poring over ancient texts is an hour not spent honing my skills. I fear my worth on the battlefield is diminishing by the day. Yes, I am certain that my studies of the Chronicles will yield something I've used. In fact, just last night I discovered how the warriors of my tribe came to be shunned by the outside world. Upon witnessing my people's prowess with the ask, the armies of city-states began to incorporate similar techniques into their own training regiments. These are the self-same techniques I have been instructing you in Delta 1, which calls upon the inner beast. The consequences, of course, were dire. Yes, their soldiers became nigh unstoppable, but they also became wholly uncontrollable, and both friend and foe fell prey to the ensuing carnage. Of course, the heads of the city-state laid blame for these atrocities solely at the feet of my kind, promptly banning the ancient art and imprisoning anyone suspected of teaching it, or so the chronicles say. What I find hard to grasp, though, is never once during my training did my brother hint at its dark history, nor have I myself ever seen one of my tribe succumb to the rage the chronicle describes. It be that the tales are mere falsehoods, stories concocted by some long-forgotten enemy who would poison our heritage and befoul our tribe's name? Who in their right mind would seek to sully something so pure? And why would my ancestors simply bow their heads and suffer such ignominy? That my people should be so weak, so utterly bereft of pride, is inexplicable. I refuse to believe it. It matters not if these claims are groundless. If they're prompting my tribe's art to fade into obscurity, then damage has already been done. Well, I, for one, will not turn a blind eye to this injustice. If none of my people will give the lie to stories that have tarnished our reputation, it shall have to be me. But once again, I lose myself in history and forgot the present. If you recall, I spoke of your former comrade from the company of heroes, and the great woolly beast we have been pursuing. The beast remains on the loose and tossed pawns of salt on the wound. Fell creatures that appear to be its minions have been wreaking havoc on the innocent residents of Wineport. Were you and I to succeed in quelling the threat, surely people would see that warriors are no fearsome beasts but valuable allies. Together, Delta, we will win back our proud name. Now let us away to Wineport to meet the captain of the militia. My friend, my apartment is much allied to your egg. The fiends come relentlessly, and what few able-bodied men we have find themselves hopelessly outmatched. Indeed, the western gates have been so besieged that they are currently left without any man defenses. Leave it to defense, Oscar. I secure the western gate. Delta, you defend the town from these. Together we shall form organized single finger. Turn here. Back. Thanks. Should be up here. Did it. Negative 12, you're safe. We have need of your skills yet. I just heard screams, and I fear that one of the beasts might be loose in the village. Come with me. So get away. Monster? But I... Ah! Right. What? Was that delayed or something? Oh no, closer, Delta. Big of you. I must return to the falls. And here's Gorge. It is true that he fought like a man possessed, but to mistake him for the very beast he hunts, methinks the child's parents have been feeding her a few too many ghost stories for her own good. Worry not, friend. I shall speak with the villagers and clear up this misunderstanding. Do return to the falls and ensure here's George one part is in debt for him for his aid. I don't think I can fly over that mountain, so. Mm. Wait, why am I typing in the chat when I can just talk through the mic? Did you do that, Oneko? What am I supposed to do to make that happen? Thank you. Delta, please forgive me for leaving abruptly early. I was hasty reaction to a situation for which I was completely unprepared. While both you and I know there was complete control of my inner beast, I now realize that in layman's eye it may have seemed that the opposite was true. Mayhap this very misapprehension that lent weight to the lies which led to my tribe's disgrace. And if that's the case, then perhaps I should return once more to the Chronicles and endeavor to recess the message in light of this discovery. Speaking of light, your soul's crystal, Delta, it sparkles. Does the soul of warrior have aught to reveal to you and whisper of an important? If only they hadn't forsaken me, as did my brother. Ahem. Yes, well, I suppose that is that. I must continue my studies, and your training. I hope that's something new for both of us very soon. Until then, my friend. Do 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 do. Sweet new attack. So this one's this one's a combo for overpowered. So I guess no, because I'm not gonna since I'm so used to it, leave it there. Come again, my friend. I was wondering when your travels would bring you back this way. It just so happens I have some exciting news. I've finally uncovered clues pertaining to the whereabouts of the lost armor of my ancestors. As it turns out, after the fallen hero cast the 5 pieces from the mountaintop, 5 of his people set out to recover them, intending to restore their master's name. What's more, they were actually successful in the search. However, when it came to reuniting, since the armor's power began to work upon their minds, and not one could bring himself to relinquish his piece, realizing that their master's fatal pride was born of artifacts, combined influence, the people's resolve to keep the pieces separate and to share between the 5 the power that might otherwise have consumed one. Thus did each carve his own place in history. The chronicles go on to say, years later, prior to death, each of the pupils returned to the scene of his own greatest victory and buried the artifact in his possession in a final attempt to prevent any one warrior from holding the set. And it is there the pieces rest. You may be interested to know the armor I wear itself, a replica of the set crafted by my ancestors, identical in all respects save for the lack of arcane enhancements that adorned the original. I know what you might be thinking. If we were to bring 5 pieces together once more, what would prevent us from being corrupted in the same fashion? Well, I thought that we need only do is trace the runes we find in armor onto every piece of warrior gear. That way, there'd be no need to worry about a single prophet who become Dragonos pressure, as every warrior in the realm would possess of the same self-might. It's quite brilliant if I do say myself. So how about we split up and begin the search straight away? The locations seem quite self-evident. I would entrust the search there to you while I track down the other 2 with tome in hand. One piece is said to be buried under the great rocks of Boulder Downs in Coerthus, while another slumbers peacefully at Camp Tranquil in the South Shroud. The last of the 3 rests untouched at Parada's Peace in western Thanalan. Unearth those 3 relics and bring them to me. With any measure of fortune, I'll track down the remaining 2 by the time you return. So, sure, I'll go here first. So, in that case, use this. Mount. Yeah, this is so much quicker. Being able to fly. See? Teleport here. Mostly. Yeah. Out. Lying is so much nicer. Affairs research Delta, have you fought out of my charged ancient relics? Did you have a three-piece armors? Don them and show them to me. I do not remember which parts I got. For sure. Yep. Delta. So you found the gears most gratifying, but it would truly fancy. Would you see you in it? Wait, stand still for a moment. The armor so becomes you that I could not tell you had it on, I forget. But now I cast no doubt, since the power of the runes described in each piece is resonating with your soul crystal. This is the long-lost armor of the warrior. I too have found them one of the relics, but I run into an unexpected realm. When I donned the piece, I felt nothing, as though the treasure were no different from unadorned replicas already in my possession. Whether the power has been lost, or needs to be awakened by means yet unknown to me, I cannot say. The ancient sets still hold many mysteries beyond my abilities to decipher. Before I forget, I should mention to you that I did track down another piece before I was waylaid by a current conundrum. You should find it sealed away at Red Mantis Falls. Mount. Let's use... No. You. Okay. Alright. Mount. Wizard. Mount. Oh, this is where winds. I need to remember that the winds are here. That's when I need more wind crystals. The research was fruitful. I'm pleased to say I've also gleaned some insight to why the armor I found seemed devoid of power. As I alluded to, the ancient warrior's armor derived its power from the concordance between the incantations engraved on the steel itself and the inner beast of the wearer. But my own resonance with the plating was too weak as to allow a proper connection with it. And now that I think about why, my soul crystal I once burned bright like yours, but since the events at Wineport has been reduced to a lifeless husk. Why this happened I cannot say, but the tome's quite clear about what would happen were the powers of the armor to be bestowed upon ones whose soul is weak. The inner beast would devour the mind of the wearer, who would then go on a mindless rampage that would only end with the mercy of death. Yes, not unlike the crazed fiend we battled. I believe the armor sensed my weakened state, foresaw the potential danger, and knowing shut off its powers to me, and I dare say we are fortunate that it did. I feel as though an apology is in order at this juncture. I must tell you, I left this final piece of armor where I found it. The breastplate, as the piece closest to the warrior's heart, has the power for greater and more dangerous than other pieces. Uncertain as to I was the reason for being unable to connect with the plate's mystical energy, I feared to take what it mean, imperiling both myself and those around me. Your soul may burn stronger than mine, yet I still worry if your fate to put on. Look deeply in yourself to land when you feel ready, and only then come speak with me again. Hmm? Yeah, because I'm not gonna be. I'll retrieve the materials later. You would truly seek the ultimate relic of my people, the armor that could consume your very soul, the most Hosient warrior. Very well. If you are truly convinced of your readiness, I will not be one standing in your way. But I beg of you, Delta, the moment you feel yourself losing control and your inner beast overcoming, cast the armor aside. Cast it from the highest mountain or into the depths of the ocean. I care not. For once the beast consumes your soul, there is no going back. You will rage on, a monster leaving naught but carnage in your wake. The realm will bleed, and history will repeat itself. I cannot allow this to happen. No, my people have been shunned long enough. I would see the coming of a new age, in which warriors protect the weak, and are loved and admired by the people of this realm. My years of battle and sleepless nights spent poring over the ancient texts has all been for this day. Brother, I know not what fate has led you, and yet I feel certain that in spirit you stand with me today. Together we will restore the honor of our people. You must forgive my sentiment, Adelta. As I said, there has been a long time coming. The breastplate you seek is in the highlands of Corythus, at the spring they call the Weeping Saint. I will stay behind. The events at Wineport still weigh heavy on my heart. Hmm. Mount. fall to my axe. All right. Cover the breastplate, Delta. After much wrestling with thought, I simply cannot entrust such a relic to an outsider who may be overwhelmed by its power. I return now to Hidden Falls. If you would have words with me, then come. I will not run away. Sorry, I didn't know many things happen, but I have no choice. I wrestled long and hard with this matter, but this decision, I cannot trust you with this power when I do not even trust myself. And that's why I won't attempt to don the plate again, neither, nor will anyone. Not until I have proof that there is one with a will strong enough to withstand the beast's siren call. Peer deep within your soul, Delta, peer into the eyes of the beast that stares back at you. Can you truly say that you can engage the monster in battle and emerge victorious? I shall return to the tome. If there are any answers to be found, they lie within those pages. In the meantime, continue your training that you might find an answer on your own. Ooh, I guess, yes. Then that's it for this for now. So, travel, teleport, Dex. Because I remember seeing quests here. See, there's those ones which I have not done yet. Which I guess I really should be, but oh well. Oh, yep. That's the one that seemed like it's gonna unlock something interesting. Blue Mage. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually, it's gonna be. It does. It's no. It has to be though. Except you there. We are making you're an adventurer, so I've got a quest to meet. You've had reports of some charlatan claiming to be a blue mage. Whatever they're supposed to be. He could be a blue or wharf rat for all I care, but here he's selling so-called soul crystals to adventurers for a tidy sum. Apparently, they're meant to give the holder some sort of mythical powers, which a load of chocobo shit according to dozens or so dissatisfied customers. You see, spells and whatnot are not really my field of expertise, which is why I want you to help me investigate. I need you to tell me whether these crystals are a genuine article. If they turn out to be fakes, I'll arrest him on charges of fraud. You will receive payment for your assistance, and if they by some miracle end up doing what they claim, you might be able to pick up a new parlor trick or two. So are you in? Very good. We've received word he's harassing passerbys near Summerford Farms. I'll meet you there. Um, so, Zephyr Gate is where I need to go. Alright. Just time. It looks like he's about to make his pitch. Ladies and gentlemen, the name's Martin, and today I present you the wonder of new world. I call it blue magic. Beyond the indigo deep live the okay, who have their own unique brand of spell casting. Like black and white magic, it draws on the ether from surroundings, but that's where similarities ends, my friends. I'm sure you've seen wild creatures lashing out with fire, ice, and what have you. It's more self-defense, but it's still magic. Though Wallach he discovered how to harness ether in the same way and rule the forces of nature. But how I requires simple. You have to attune your mind to the instincts of a beast. When the creature is driven to attack, you can see into its soul. When you overcome it in battle, you absorb some of its ether and make its power your own. Of course, it's not easy as picking fights with the local wildlife, but my Walkie mentors taught me well. It's now my turn to teach you. Behold the power of blue magic. What as hell, did you see that? I thought you'd be impressed. Now, before anyone asks why it's called blue magic, let's tell you. For Walkai, this color holds a special meaning, sacred even. It's seen as it ain't white or black magic, it seemed like the perfect fit. That's what you also wonder what you need to become a blue mage like me. Well, for starters, you'll be wanting one of these, a soul crystal. And don't forget the specially designed outfit to help you look the part. Let me throw one of these spellbooks, personally penned by yours truly, containing everything you need to know about learning blue magic. I've got enough for all of you, and you better snap them up before it's too late. Not really, dance. Can't you see he's playing you for fools? Drive the beast to attack. More like run headlong into battle with the only silly blue costume for protection. Of course, no one's could claim it's fraud when they're at the bottom of some creature's belly. We feast on your flesh, smoothskins. You guys cannot save you now. All of you stay back. Lord, please spare us. There is a chance booger all the swords to us. I'm gonna give Blue Magic a try. Some of the fish going on. The arrival of those Mamul Jaw was a little too timely for my liking. Come on, let's see where he goes next. Hmm. Hold on a minute. Yeah. Looks like he's heading for more of my decks. Follow me. Well, let's do random. Well, I'm in the queue, so let's just. Is that the only thing? Yeah, that's just unlocking the residential area. According one of our guards, a bizarre character has been seen sulking around the docks over the last few days. Apparently, he's been begging for leftovers from the mess hall. Considering that he's making Gil hands over fist from Global Adventures, this strikes me as something more than a little odd. Anyway, he was last spotted making his way to the salt strand. Let's go. I suspect he's up to no good. Why else would he come all the way to a place like this? And you said you'd be less violent this time, but that was very violent indeed. It all adds to the realism, and you lads did a great job. Your gods can I say you. Nice improvisation. That one bloke damn near shot himself. I think we've seen enough. Hold it right there. I'm placing you under arrest on charges of fraud. Fraud? This is all big misunderstanding. You can't pull the wool wires, and the game's up, and the same goes for you two. I know you're in cahoots from the very beginning. As for those crystals, I am convinced. I'm about as convinced as that I was by your acting. Say a lot about our sales techniques, but there's nothing dodgy with the merchandise. I'll have you know, I put my heart and soul into these crystals, and the spellbooks explain how to learn the magic. It ain't my fault the buyers can't be ours to read them. And if you think about clapping me in irons or the outfits, not providing enough protection, I can assure you they were tailored especially with the needs of Blue Mage inside. I have to cut a few corners to keep hostile, but still. It boils down to whether Soul Crystal is genuine or not. I know it's a lot to ask, but would you try this blue magic of his? Come on, miss, don't be shy. Once you learn your first spell, you'll know I ain't pulling your leg. I'll even let you borrow one of the outfits. Sir Hutchin, well, you're going to change. I've been learning a nice cooperative baby cracking to teach you water cannon. The bait's been legged, so one should turn up any mount now. What? Let's. Don't worry. All I have to do is give a few licks with the patented blue magic focus, or stick, if you prefer, and our Italian friend will return to favor by firing probably quite painful jets of water at you. Oh, and try not to die. No, Neko, no! Seeing him, me just whacking it with a stick while it just blasts me with water. Turns out, a little ice fade. You should be able to fire your own water cannon. By the by, you don't, strictly speaking, need to be struck by magic you're trying to learn, but that'll probably happen whether you want to or not. In some cases, repeatedly. As long as you're the one the beast's after, its power should be yours, assuming you can defeat it. You see, this is what most people don't realize about becoming a blue mage. When you start out, you're like a blank slate. It takes a fair amount of bravery, to stare these creatures down and look into their souls. It is a shame that not all customers have your determination, but that's hardly grounds for calling me fraud. You don't think he's telling the truth to you? No, that's so. I'll have my words back if you don't mind. What's that? You still don't believe me? To be honest, miss, I don't know what more I can do. Tell you what, why don't I give you a soul crystal, outfit, and spellbook for free? That way, as a fully fledged blue mage, you can act as living proof my innocence. Sounds fair to you? Hmm? Mage unlocked. Open Blue Mage spellbook under character in the main menu to assign active actions. Blue Mage arms generally have no effect on your attributes. However, equipping armor and accessories that boost your intelligence will greatly increase damage dealt by your offensive magic. Who's your Blue Mage here? This can be purchased from Calamity Sellers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you for warning me. I'm getting new actions by increasing the Blue Mages learn them from enemies. To acquire an ability. Oh, let's read this one. Suppose you know better show the healer to getting smacked about by my target was a waste of time. So just take an aim at lock to a jaw and fire a water cannon. If anyone knows how to pro blast all, it's him. You guys notice he's been on receiving ends enough times. This only way. How about I shoot it at you? Please avoid maiming Latu Jaw severely. Painful yet refreshing. Refreshing yet painful. See, I was telling the truth, wasn't I? Well then, we must go on. It's been a pleasure. Not so fast, you blare her twit. I'll admit the spell worked as you said. But you can't sell those soul crystals without adequately explaining the risks. It's irresponsible. Some might even call it deliberately neglectful. You're not under arrest, but from this day forth, you are strictly forbidden from peddling any more of your wares. If I hear you sold so much as a blue handkerchief, I will hunt you down and throw you behind bars. Fear never has you on my dinks. Fare you well. No, believe I was just beginning to turn a half-decent profit. Well, that's quite the show, darlings. Neither black nor white magic, but something new entirely. Blue magic, yes, it's sure to draw a crowd, as you're amply demonstrated. And who might you be? The name's Royce, and I manage the Celestium in Nulda. It's an arena where daring young souls such as you perform feats of bravery for the audience. Unlike the Colosseum, the vast majority of the enchantment pits man against beast, with matches been brought to an end before either side suffers any serious injury. While our patrons reveal and thrill come acts of wanton brutality and bloodshed are considered distasteful. Rather than savagery and slaughter, our appeal lies in the personas that our participants assume to add a touch of drama to the proceedings. However, I'm not one to settle for a mere modicum of success. My goal is to make the Centurion renowned around the world over, and to that end, I'm in search of something truly unique, and that's when word of this blue magic of yours reaches my ears. Martin, my blue bundle, crowd pleasing wonderment. How would you like to be the very first contestant in the masked carnival? It will be an event pitting your magic against a host of bestial foes. Listen, this is serious stuff. I didn't go through all this trouble learning these spells to intimidate a bunch of growing spectators. Paying spectators, my dear. Some of them are quite wealthy, in fact, and you stand to rather not a coin. No, you're talking my language. I said, where are you going? I was sure to make the same offer. I hate to boast you about, but my lover has barely taken her first steps on the road to becoming a blue mage. Wouldn't want to make you a grizzly end in the middle of your arena, would we? Once I learn more blue magic. That's the spirit. I'm in no rush to take much time as you need preparations. Perhaps you could oversee her training between matches? Training? That weren't part of the deal. Oh, I'm not asking you to do it for free, my dear. Quite the contrary. You'll pay me for it too? Consider it done. That's what I like to hear, Martin. Let's get you into Aldal for your costume fitting. Come along. Oh no. I have to wear a costume as well. I've got a bad feeling about this. Well, God. Alright. the stick. Okay. I'm just gonna. Oh, what? No, I'll do that later. Unlock the. Just complete this quest. Shovel. I'm just gonna go and complete this where I have Uda. Complete this, and then I'm gonna run to the bathroom, and then go to whatever it's called, because there's a bunch of stuff to unlock there, which I'm assuming are mostly dungeons. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's the place. It's occurred to me that I never asked whether you actually want to take part in the massacre. Are you going to endure Martin's training regimen and prayer? Sure. You made the right choice, dear. I have high hopes for you. As for your illustrious mentor, I believe he should be making his grand entrance any moment now. He looks ridiculous. I'll be honest with you, it's a bit more extravagant than what I'm used to. Color's not bad, I suppose. Good marvelous, my dear. Everyone's feast your eyes on the great Zoro. Yeah, what's that supposed to mean? Well, nothing really. But a certain degree, it leads to a certain degree of penchant onto your stage persona. No offense, darling, but great Martin doesn't have quite the same ring to it. You'll be playing the role of an enigmatic nobleman who has designed to grace the system with his outlandish magics. Oh, my manners, I never asked your name. Delta, We should come something with a little more inspiring before you step in the arena. Hey, how dare you insult my name? Ah, yes, I'm very concerned you two gentlemen. As you may have heard, Udall has a lot of bands, members of most beach trust friends, you see. It's mainly to keep out goblin merchants, you see. I have poured over, and also pour over the acquaintance, and it seems there's no mention of the Mom Little Jaw whatsoever, meaning you are free to stay as long as you please. Well then, work is done. I leave Delta Prunes in your capable hands. Best of luck. Wait, I didn't think how things would turn out, but what's life? With a few surprises. So it looks like I'll be guiding you on the path to becoming a blue mage. I get the impression you're no stranger to getting up close and personal with fearsome beasties, but when it comes to mastering the Walla keys techniques, you've got a long way to go. It's the creatures themselves who will do the teaching, though, and the spell book will point you in the right direction. Of course, I wouldn't be much of a mentor if I just said come back here when you've got a few more spells under your belt. It seems like you'll need something specific to aim for. Tell you what, why don't you start by learning Blood Drain, and who knows, it might even come in handy. Oh, and you're listening. There are a few spells that you can only learn from creatures in the New World. Luckily for you, Galgiel has brought with him a fine selection of the totems infused with their aether to save you a trip across the Indigo Deep. No getting your hands dirty fighting off fiends, just absorb the ether and the magic is yours. Naturally, we're not gonna just give them to me, since you're only enough. Wouldn't want you letting off more than you when you think you're ready. Talk to Galgi. Very impressed that Devil's brave when the crack can appear. Now the most impressive skills, that's Blue Mage if you want these totems. For that man, there's a whole world of spells waiting for you, so go and start learning. Alright. And now I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, and I'm back. Actually, I remembered something else I was going to do here because I didn't finish them. What's this? Hmm. Actually, I remember there's some stuff here that I wanted to do. What is this? I don't know what this quest does. Let's see. Oh, another class. I might as well unlock it. Oh, are you an adventurer? Please, you have to rescue my sister. Some horrible people tried to kidnap us just outside the city gates. I managed to break free when the travelers stopped to help, but my sister never caught up to me. Thank you so much. Please hurry, though. The gates here just keep going straight ahead. You're sure to find them. The traveler was some sort of mage, I think, but it was 1 against 5. Surely he couldn't stand against so many. Oh, the music changed. Oh, you're not one of them. Uh, Well, what? This like a magic swordsman class? This seems cool. And how might you be? Oh, that sounds cool. You came to tell my apologies that I know I would have spared you a villain or two. After all, it seems this share my distaste for those who would prey upon defenseless child. Aye, birds of feather are we. I am Zarontia Pilgrim of sorts. May I know your name, friend? Doesn't. Why is that strike such a honor? Excuse me. I just want to thank you for saving me. Hedgehog, you are unharmed, yes? Let's escort this burlesque to her sister, Lynn. Lead the way. You found her adventure, thank you. We're ever grateful for your kindness. I was so scared. What did those two April people want with us? You need to worry about them, sister. The man tried to feed them. Well, you saw them. How he fought with the spells and steel? He's one of those heroes Papa told us about. A crimson duelist, aren't you? I did not expect to hear that name this far south into Azaria. You are the crimson duelist. I knew it. If Rob's telling his daughters tales of our image, then he must be from Alamehicos, yes? Well, that now explain his choice of bedtime stories. Now, shall we see the lassies home? We'll be alright from here. Thank you again. Bye-bye! And we see him safe. No, it was not. I believe we earned ourselves silver to drink. You didn't feel compelled, my friend. Should the mood strike you, however, find me staying over at Blockbrush Station. I find the ale served at the coffer and coffin most agreeable. Random. Okay, so happens the mother of those girls tracked me down, insisted I accept her order. Once mentioned you might stopping by. She left a token of gratitude for you. It seemed we assisted an affluent merchant family, a relation which might explain the attempted kidnappings, hefty ransom, and all that. I'm told the girls were immediately assigned a capable bodyguard, however, so we can drink in peace knowing they're well protected. Oh, I remember once. I know your name. I learned of you first from a young lass named Alice, whom I met upon the road. She expressed. Remind me who this is, because I do not remember. Oh. Yeah, I completely forgot about her. I completely forgot her name. What? I just disappeared for a second. Didn't even teach her the basics of red magicry. She proved a quick student in the arcane side of things, but fencing was something of a challenge. By the end of her lessons, however, she had learned to combine spellcraft with swordplay, whether to cast it from afar and whether to lunge forward at a well-timed thrust. You know what, you, my friend, have you any interest in the art? I suspect you make an exceptional red mage. I am deadly serious. A woman who would rush to the aid of a stranger's child without fear or hesitation is a woman I would trust with the power of red magic. But even beyond that, I sense in you a kindred spirit. Be warned, however, that my style of teaching is a practical one. I will expect you to join me on my journey and assist me in aiding others. Accept those terms, and I will bestow upon you the accoutrements of a red mage. Are you familiar with soul crystals? Yep. This particular stone is attuned to the past wielders of red magics, and will fill your mind with a firm foundation of techniques. You need only reach forth your hand. Are you prepared to walk the path of the red mage? One word, and the soul crystal is yours. Yes. You will not regret your decision, my friend. Gods above, for the most part, I thought you meant to refuse me. A host of red mages committed their memories to this gem, and now it is yours. The sword of knowledge it contains, and then we discuss the finer points of red magic. Ah, but first I should give you the reward. That's different. Red mage unlocked. Oh wait, I should do this first. Alright. I guess I'm just gonna have to keep these accessories for now, since I don't have magic ones. Balance. Place the current amount of black mana and white mana. Mage has accumulated. Well, I'm gonna have to set all this up, so I'm gonna hold off on doing more of this so that I actually can set this up and then get used to it before doing the next quest. So switch to samurai, and then go back to Ul'dah. Yeah, I never finished the quest line that you had told me to do. I never completely finished it. Well, Dudley, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things of life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weaver's Guild most every day. Good luck with the inspection. Inspector? Yep. I know, I might as well, I'm just gonna do this one at least. I'll just do this one and then go to Mordana. Her love for her was unlike any wand you ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for a cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession constantly ripped from the hands of its owners. The lady weeps in the wind blows her short hair. What gentleman could hear his girl calling and not beg to honor a champion her cause? What in the world? Oh, sorry, here. Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Shall scour all creation from the deepest of seven hells and rare pink lemons for your pure heart. What he said. You fellows are justice. I see your instincts are not to be in the essay. Have you got in the spearman side? Now then, Ms. Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Theft, sir, to be shot. My pure was the only the most recent item to be taken from me. I've certain I had when I left home the other. After I browsed the latest fashion at Sunsilk and took in a match of the costume, I realized it was gone. So at the time, location of theft arms such details with Ken associates. There is one logical course of action, Ms. Moon. Coax. David clues from your memory. We must react to feel days sure to sun-soaked tapestries. Oh no. I don't want to teleport there. Oh no. Miss Moon, would you be so kind to describe the visit in detail? Nothing usual, but if you insist, I ponder whether or not to purchase a new dress. When a man approached me and confessed his own dialogue. What sort of man says that to complete story? I asked you. Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse and shook, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. What sort of man says that to complete story? I asked you. Naturally, I was taken aback. Traceable moon. That strikes me as the most unusual happening. In any case, it appears completely unregulated. Let's next proceed to Coliseum to see what you remember. Mm, okay, so I can just run over here. The only downside about the new classes starting at their level is that I just get bombarded with all the skills at once. So like with Red Mage, I'm gonna have to actually go through, look what each one does, figure out how I want it set up. It's good, Miss Moon. If you'd so kind as tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe. When a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled around, struck the man in the face with my purse, in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 6 score pounds, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. 120 pounds, Miss Moon, you're a remarkably strong woman. Precisely why you were targeted. Oh, so it's Havix 100, the thief bore you a grudge. No, sir, he hated you. There's sure a lot of giant crates in Old Dot, the Weaver's Guild, and Sunsilk Tapestries, and here too. No. Look at everywhere, does I wonder what's inside, but I don't see how. Of course, with plenty of explosive here. Why don't you try? It'll be fun. No. Oh no. Description. Yay, confetti! At the heart of every crime rests a single unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, as shepherds that leads his flocks shall guide you among rivers. A glad earth his fields, only be rejected, physically a soldier in response when he is by the warrior and man. Wrestling his prowess, recognizing his weakness, he carries the most fearful revenge through Rob's yellow moon of her weapon, the pure heart. Inspector, we found the pure heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. Inspector, we found the pure heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it. It's not. What do you think? We're not these. We're devotees. Yellow Moon's our sun star. We only wish to keep her safe from her. If she could misplace an item, from time to time we collect it for safekeeping, nothing untowed. You deviants were beyond all the thefts. All this time you've been stalking me. What the nerve? Ah, such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Ah, it's devotee? But of course. That had you inspect those crates was a stroke of teachings instead. Notice, a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts. Those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your power of observation is as great as you claim, you have deduced that those buffoons in the boxes were incapable of such. You should know I'm a reporter from Mithra. My name's Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hoburn's gentleman investor and agency, I presume you're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duel's victims? I'll introduce you with pleasure. Would you be willing to share such personal information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark be the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, yes, very good. The name of the man is... You're going, I haven't told you anything yet. Guess off to Madonna. Let's do, what's this first? Well, has everyone much interest to it through his adventure? Do I know you? Ah, unless I'm very much mistaken. You are the famed adventurer who bested the Garland's Empire General, are you not? The great Delta Lavenna herself. Amazing. More than a literal serendipitous. Well, not even call it fate, but I recently received word of a truly unique opportunity. You see, an opportunity the like of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. Reward? Not less than accumulating knowledge of the fallen civilization. The risk, a single misstep could cost you your life. But what's the little danger to a storied hero such as you? A woman with absolute confidence in her abilities stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No, I could not recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity for your attention. This historic discovery shall be will be reward enough, I assure you. My words have fanned the flames across you, then I bid you seek man named Rambaros at St. Comics find. It is he who stands at the door of the untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. These are. Oh, what does this do? What? What do you mean? I don't remember. Here's 3 quests. There's a lot of stuff to unlock here. Is every single unlock here a dungeon? Yes. And Delta Levin herself. I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. What do I owe in honor of this visit? You were protected here, you say, by a man clad in foreign garb? Well, the opportunity you spoke of must refer to the latest anthropo geographical endeavor. Quite how he came to know of it, another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organization. But that is something for me to ponder in private. You are here now, and you're so as well, and I am proven available. I must warn you, however, that the venture we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find herself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to the Dal's solemn halls. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? I thought you said that your courage is scarcely a secret. Now the first. Delta, I thought it was you. What brings you to St. Hunch? Don't tell me the Alliance has sent you to another realm-shaking history-making mission. Totally low, and apparently it's sorrowful, just no? Oh, I see you two are already acquainted, that's well. Master Garland, our intrepid hero, here caught wind of the forthcoming extinction and has kindly pledged to assist us. She has she? Glad you have her aboard, Delta. You don't have to face this idea what you're volunteering for, do you? Very well, let's begin at the very beginning. The Sons of St. Connacht are tasked with unearthing the secrets of a long-fallen Allegan empire, and their present endeavor aims to delve more deeply into civilization matters, mysteries, than ever before. But I know from the look. In the event you feel ill-equipped to contribute much to the subject of Allegan, I invite you to recall your encounter with the Ultima weapon. The mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Garland can presently achieve. Narrow toll. Scavia simply awoke it. I mention this by way of reminder that you've had what one might term extensive first-hand experience with a notable Allegan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. Now to the core of the matter. Here in Mordana, there stands an entire Allegan structure which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon and the lesser moon Dalamon before, it seems wise to treat any remnants from that era with utmost caution. They must be analyzed, monitored, and above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. To put it in plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniac Legatus wield one of these weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and propose the tower be explored. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground, but like so many things that were left better undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. It now stands, revealed, in all its splendor, gleaming, spear of crystal pointed at the bosom of the heavens. I believe the tower to be a repository of much of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, the entrance is guarded by formidable defenses, and we cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. The defenses take the form of statues carved into likeness of giant swordsmen, the 8 Sentinels, as Sons are wont to call them, in the first barrier we must overcome. Why not simply fly over them in an airship? Yes, it's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy those statues or the front door is forever beyond our reach. My colleagues and I are ill-suited for negotiating such deadly hazards. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must need to employ the service of an experienced adventurer. It will be difficult and dangerous, Delta, but I think of no finer woman for the task. If I didn't know her, I'd say you have a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There's much more to be done, before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. First objective is to reach the entrance of the Crystal Tower. As I previously mentioned, however, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by a powerful defense mechanism, each utilizing one of the four elements: fire, water, wind, or earth. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past these unsleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Based on our master analysts, however, we are reasonably certain that the attacks of these lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. Naturally, these crystals must be of surpassing clarity, free of trace impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the beastments in their primal summoning rituals, and mayhap, I should say, exactly like the specimens they use. Sigh. Where there are any other way, we will not ask you this, but we need someone to enter the beast tribe strongholds and liberate their perfect crystals. For a moment, I would like you to focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray me for Lano, so where both sepsis spawning grounds and Ugro mines are located. You may be certain that the materials used in these sacred rituals will be well defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave you your discretion, but wherever you do, please be careful. This is where. Is this where I have to go? To my sword! How progress in your efforts against Beastman strongholds? These famed flawless crystals of the beast tribes. I have seen countless specimens from I know not how many excavations, but I know nothing compared to these. The purity is astounding. You've been well with these in our possessions. We lack only the crystals of fire and wind. The former lies in Zarox, the war camp of the Amalja, and in Thanalan, the latter in Nautalan, the roost of the Ixil, and the hills of the Corithus. You could expect them to be closely guarded as the first two, if not more so. So I look forward to receiving words of your resounding success. There's so much to do now. Starting to get a bit overwhelmed with how much things I have to do now. My brain's like, oh, new thing, want to do it, want to check this out. Oh, another new thing, want to check this out. And then it's just because I want to see all this new stuff. Like, I'm not even gonna worry about the other jobs that are level 1 that I haven't done yet. Like, I'm not gonna worry about that unless I really need something to do. Then I'm gonna work on those. I just remembered. I have to unlock fishing and cooking. Should have really done those earlier on. Fortunately, those are easier to level up with the leaves and stuff. Be good to see you. Tell me, were you able to obtain the remaining crystals from the Beastman? Wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we're now ready to proceed to the next stage of our preparations. I hope I did not give you the impression that we were embarking on our journey to Crystallologist yet. Alas, there is another step which must be completed, we come to that. While the crystals required are indeed flawless, they are of little use in their perfect form. If they are to reflect the elemental forces of the Terrorspheres, they must be cut and polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge itself, I fear. Needless to say, we'll be requiring your services once again. Level 4 materia. Yeah, sure, I guess I'll take one of these. Or, I don't, yeah, because I don't, one of these, I don't know. Hold on, did the material the whole time actually say what the base level is? Yes, they did. Wow, I'm dumb. Somehow I never noticed that. I was wondering what determined it, and it literally says it right there. Also, Saribot just bans the stupid spam again. Yay. flawless crystals you procured for us retain their elemental purity during the shaping process. A very specific set of abrasive substances will be required. Well, I say substance, but you might as well just call them one substance, namely aether sand, which has four elementally expected varieties. Alas, aether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is not unusual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stone it is used to polish. Given the rarity of the material question, the goldsmith's guild in Old Dahl seemed like the place to purchase the quantity we required. When I contacted Guildmaster, however, I was informed that no aether sand was currently available. Though I requested the word be sent as soon as new stock I've yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention the point that I placed the order some time before you procured the flawless crystals. I'm aware that acquiring aether sand is no small feat, of course, and I'm not an impatient man, but I fear the more we delay our investigation, greater the risk that our secrecy may fall in the hands of other less savory parties. That's why I wish to entrust you with payment for our purchase and send you to speak directly with Guildmaster Serendipity. You may have the presence of a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, I hope that when we next meet, you'll found at least one of the four varieties of aether sand we require. See, it would be cool as if, since I've done the goldsmith quest line completed, it'd be cool if that played in effect to this. That would be cool. Like I get some extra dialogue. Yeah, that's why, like, pretty much whenever I'm doing quests in Ishgard, I always switch to Dragoon. Mistress Lavenna, welcome. What brings you here, I ask? But yeah, thanks, sir. What a fortunate time. I was able to just contact Master Rowan with the news that we finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire-aspected aether sand. I'm afraid it may be some time before we supply the other three varieties, but you're welcome to settle accounts for what we have now. Pray speak with the gentleman over there. Oh, I do beg your pardon. It seems she's assisting customer. Come on. There must be something you can do. Without that sand, we'll have to rethink our whole design. Aside the reply, but I'll explain the aether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I'd be happy to accept the funds you offered as partial payment. Partial? Are you saying it's not enough? I'm already stretching our research budgets. So as I can do without a midday meal for a year or two. So it's been so long, what brings you here? Got your eye on something expensive, have you? Now that's quite a minor part. This sounds like we're going to cook and comment and invigorating at the same time. Oh no. You're here for the wrong aether sand, aren't you? Well, I can't deny the elegance civilization subject worth researching. The chief said he was looking at something big, but we never thought to ask him what. Well, John and I have been busy tinkering with the newest ship design to think of much else. Well, I say tinkering. Wrestling would be more like it. Still, after much bringing in hand sketching, we managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. We got the idea when we heard how you lot used the corrupted crystal on board of the Enterprise, as a matter of fact. Anyway, to cut a long story short, our design calls for all four varieties of aether sand. And that's why I can't relinquish my claim on the batch here, even a year of us. How are we meant to usher a brave new age of technological innovation, if not by technologically innovation, eh? And while I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech, duty compels me to point out the lady represents an organization that reserved the aether in question, to mention nothing of the fact that her purse is considerably larger than yours. Oh, so it's like that's. Won't you start pouting? All right. Dispatches are all you have. But if you're going to take my stand, it's only fair you grant me a role in the project of yours. 50,000, yes. It's not every day you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to think of another technology innovation or two. From what you told me, I'm guessing you'll need the other three varieties of elemental instrument as well, right? The rest of you waiting for a shipment. You may know. I reckon you had better time spent looking for stuff yourself, and it just so happens I know of a good place to start. That said, a peddler in Northern Valor very occasionally handles the earth-aspected variety of Aetherson, which is in the process of confirming the rumor as we speak. I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? The answer being just the other day. It seems he's been inspired by a certain adventure's heroic example. I thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thought, and without me, I just hope he managed to stay out of trouble. Head out to Blue Frog, and you should find him poking around with his new bodyguard. Oh, did I not mention her? I just thought it might be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than his first thought. Hehe. David Greens, if you're looking for a hard blade, then you'll have to look elsewhere. After the day I've had, the only company I crave is the squat silent type. The type that handles knows no less a pint of ale. You wish to hear my tale? I warn it's not spurring act, but as you ask my employer, Lala fellow lad wished to pay a visit to a butler who deals in some manner of special sand. I forgot what it was called. It is apparently with our small fortune. Anyway, when we arrived, the man claimed his stock had been stolen by bandits. Determined not to return empty handed, we kept into the band stronghold. I set about locating Silgon. Long story short, large arrays and rogues were awoken, and we fled in blind panic. I was separated from my employer in confusion, and I have not seen him since. Oh, friend of yours, is he? Then you best prepare for the worst. It is possible the poor sod may yet be lost in the old Amajana military mine, but I fear the bandits will have caught up to him by now. Of course. And, how could I be so stupid sneaking in Band's lair? It's just not the sort of thing I do, and now I'm gonna die for it. No, I just need to calm down. I can do this. I can be brave. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna walk out of here. Here I go. Yeah, I'm sorry, please don't get over. I'll never leave. Cause I'll never leave and never come back. But it's really. How do you find? Can you smell fear? Actually, ignore that smell. Ahem. Except if you were wondering why I'm here. Well, I was in the process of retrieving some stolen aether sand, which bigs, and I need 4 hours, which happens, but it was conceived perhaps too foolish and nearly fell. But I did succeed in snatching this stuff. Before my order ran away with several dozen bandits, came piling after me with knives and axes and what looked like very much like a plank with a rusty nail in it. Anyway, the important thing is that the stolen aether is right here in my oh dear, it seems to have fallen when I was taking a visit to the universe. It seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while yet. We'll find the aether sand on my steed. Oh thank goodness you're true, and I hope the search doesn't prove too summer. The bandits don't seem to care too much for visitors. Don't worry, any bandits that I run into will be receiving my sword. Is this loading so slow? Well, not loading, whatever. Like, it took so long to pick it up. So have you had any luck locating the aether sand? This is one of us return rush to tell Big's wonderful news. Was this? You're also mission collect the aether sand? And he's working with the chief? Sure show of elegant knowledge, you say? I see. Then you should really be the one to have this. Bigs are far from exhausting all possible avenues of airship innovation, but it sounds like your problem can't be solved by any other means. Expedition of yours sounds jolly interesting, I say. I'm having glad to join you, in fact. I think I will. Any venture worth the chief's time must be worth a look. Right. I'm going to readily leave this awful place, and you should return to Mordana with the Earth Sand before there are any more little mishaps. Be sure to keep an eye on your pockets. I really wish there was a teleport directly to the camp. That would be very nice. Hilda, you returned. Take from presence that you are successful in procuring some Aetherson. Tell me, what varieties did you find? See, 2 varieties. Well, that's more. 2 more than I easily be expected. The 2 less than I hoped you would say. Forgive me for the see what you have done well. Truly, if your close plan will no longer fear death by fire or earth. Ask her so kind to prepare the relevant crystals. I shall work on me. The truth be told, I've been looking forward to this. One does not encounter materials like this every day. Speaking of which, how in the 7 hells did you find them? Mistake me. No, friend, I know only too well what you are, but Aetherson isn't something you simply find by gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. You had helps from Biggs and Wedge? Have something to design. Right, I looked at your engine. The moment I turned my back, How's he genius Madrasa as low as when his plays are so damn inventive? And now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. I jest, of course. It'll be good to have them around. Still, a matter of personal pride. Let's endeavor to procure the 2 remaining of Aether Sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Ramos, have you any information on where water and wind aspects might be hiding? Not of yet, but I can arrange certain arrangements. We shall soon see if my efforts have borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem less enthusiastic about the prospect, as if there's a complication to rather discuss it now than risk jeopardizing the expedition. And I may have an explanation in order. But first, let us savor the preliminary victory that Delta has won us for a cause, if only for a moment. Which one do I want? What one do you think would be best to take? I can't decide. Critical, direct. Alright, I'll take crit. Nothing I have can use it right now, so in the chocobo saddle it goes. Yes, I must speak of arrangements I made to acquire the 2 remaining varieties of Aether Sand. Some days ago I asked a Shirlayan acquaintance of me to travel to Gardinia and there gather the necessary materials. Since that time, however, I have not heard nary a whisper from him. To be frank, his lack of communication is not entirely uncharacteristic, but I cannot discount the probability of something ill has befallen the man. Alas, we do not have time to investigate his fate. As I mentioned before, the more we delay our expedition, the more likely it is the Crystal Tower's secrets will fall in the wrong hands. Therefore, I entrust you the same mission I assigned my friends. Fall back Shroud and seek out Persimont, the master of the markets in Gardinia. If anyone knows where Aether Sand might be bought, it's he. Well, return. Student browser. Wait, what? Oh, I should continue that too. I guess, yeah, after I finish this one, I guess I'll come back and do this one, maybe? I don't know. Well, let's just do this. With this guy again. Yes, I'm sorry. Did you say you wish for just Aether Sand? Forgive me, madam, but you have the faintest idea of the rarity of the mysterious ink? Why, I have not seen such as a grain of Aether Sand in these markets for many long years. I could tell you where one might mine for the ore from which the water aspected variety of the abrasive is supplied, but only a desperate fool would willingly set foot in that place. You seem undeterred. Very well. Are you familiar with Ur's gift? That is where the ore is to be found, in an area inhabited by a particularly precocious hog. Should you encounter the Beatusk nightmare, you will know that you're in the right place, albeit at the wrong time. Farewell. All right. Mount. Oops. Late adventure, and not only for the instrument, you will find no trace of the ore which previously lay here. Not but a speck. No, you will never spy me from there. For this time being, at least, you will have to trust your evidence of your ears. Now stop squinting at the foliage and listen. As I told you, the water-blessed mineral you hope to find is gone taken by me. Victory has made me magnanimous, however, and accordingly I've decided to share the location of an alternative source of ether sand with you. The wind touch variety has to be specific. I trust you have my attention. Good. A band of XL in the North Shroud keeps quantity of the braces for the purpose of removing impurities from lesser crystals. Well, do you mean to dally here? Make haste, Avenger, before I snatch another prize under your nose. This to be a race. The still logging grounds in the North Shroud shall be our destination, and where real amusement begins. May the best man win. Oh my gosh. This is going to be annoying, isn't it? Well, that was quite the show, adventure. What a spectacle proved so thrown the thoughts of this land slipped my mind. I have forfeited their little less. Contrast to the wind touched the brace of his ears, and yet, having been treated such a memorable force, I can't help but feel the greater parts of his mind. This according must not stand. I insist you accept a token of my appreciation. Payment for the instrument will be waiting for you to the east, in the clearing within Crow Creek. Pray retrieve the gift, or it is crushed beneath the iron feet of the Dullahans. Dullahan. Ooh, these guys are in the hunt log. Might as well kill them. Sweet, that's done. Dismount. Dismount. What? Oh no, that was because I completed that. I was like, why did I get seals? It was because I got it. Now, what were you expecting? I took the liberty of finding the ore from Earth's gift in the Aether Sun. Do keep it safe, adventurer. As he continued playing games, you should know that the thought of relinquishing my presence never once crossed my mind until I saw your action. Such deeds must be rewarded. It is my vocation, you see, to record history as made by mortal men, and I much further chronicle the accomplishments of the bold and mighty. Thus, my friend wishes to continue your career with the same courage and zeal you have shown today. We shall meet again, adventure, and sooner than you may imagine. Is that like the boss of the Crystal Tower? Is that gonna be? Is that what that voice is gonna be? Too much already close to getting the remaining abrasives. For both, I shall Master Garland begin work on the crystals immediately. I'll just take the money. Do it. That should do the trick. Excellent work now. Versus all four fangs required to pierce the crystal's tower defense. My compliments, Master Garland. What was trifling matter? Shoot, Delta here's the one who should be thinking. Anyway, by reckoning, there's nothing stopping us from striding up to the Allegan's front door. You could go without us, Chief. Boss Wedge came to 10, have you? Well, it's not every day you get the chance to study the wonders of the Allegan Empire. The technology makes Garlemald's look ancient. Sheer enthusiasm, lads, I really do, but we're not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable powers prompted us men to meddle with technology they do not understand, and the realm has been dragged into the very brink of oblivion on both occasions. We shall not be so irresponsible to risk another. Wedge, do you recall our company's creed? Yes, Chieftain. It's freedom through technology. Exactly, freedom. We forsook our homelands. We swore that we would have no truck with machines that could be used to promote tyranny. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break your oath, remember this. The wonder that all Nolan Alakan Empire could not save their civilization and have damn near doomed us twice. This is why we must explore the Crystal Tower and it needs to be seal away its secrets. Our viewpoint is unyielding rules, such as yours, that have defined the course of history. As you return at last, what pray has kept you so wholly preoccupied that you could not spare a moment to inform me of your progress or preservation? Or the task you assigned me, of course. Surely you've not forgotten about the others and a task of passing adventure with delivering it. A more capable courier I could not imagine. Oh, so is this guy? Who's this? Greetings, adventurer. Did I not say we would meet again? Believe in tricks and Nora. I'm Garatia, one of the students of Balsadon. I look forward to joining you on the groundbreaking expedition. Garatia has been assigned to the project as an observer. I hope you'll forgive him for his eccentricities, and we'll get him as one of our own. So then our fellowship is complete. Alright, I'll stand up in the known. 3 cheers for Noah. Huh? Noah? That's the name I've chosen for a little collective. Given our differing backgrounds, we cannot very well call us the sons of Saint Connacht, can we? And we must have a memorable relation and adventure to leave a mark in the annals of history. I'd claim Noah stands for Nominated Observers of Artifacts Historical, and so it does technically. But my true reason is choosing the name stems from the fact that we shared a vaunted Algon Orkmagus. Orkmagus, I like the sound of that. Now it's pressing matter of what we call ourselves has been settled. It's time to set forth a brave our outer defense of the Crystal Towers. Everyone ready to part? Run to the bathroom and get more water. Be right back. I have returned. Esteemed colleagues, the secret to the ancient Alag Beacon. Let's not keep it waiting any longer. Eventually, you and I will join the engineers at Crystal Tower main gateway, where we'll endeavor to neutralize the structure's outer defense. Oops, excuse me. Rebels, meanwhile, will remain here and oversee the operation. Given my knowledge of Alagan history, it seems logical that I should lead the expedition itself. Though I admit my role does not exactly befit my status as an observer. Still, we can make use of the resources at hand. Assuming we are all in agreement, let us proceed forward to a large, lopsided gate found to the southeast. Sotara lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. If you're the only one of our number who ever crossed this threshold, I ask that you take the lead for the present. You see the energy running from the statue is palpable. Luck for us, one might otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on elemental defense, which promptly did our lengthy preparations. These sentinels prevent would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yards of the tower's inner reaches. How swift they may be. Happily, the crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Allow me to demonstrate. Chief, it's too dangerous to allow anyone to risk their life by testing. Quite right, I made the damn thing. It's my job to see if they work. Oh. Success! And one convinced for fans, ready your fangs. This one's yours, old friend. It seemed only right. Oh, we did it. So much for our defenses. Indeed, the entrance tower is near at hand. My blood fairly sings with anticipation. Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. As just wait here while Delta and a hand-picked party of adventuring commands enter the tower. What, without us? I thought we came to survey the entire structure. We did, and we will, but our investigating must proceed at a more measured pace. If the outside of the palace this will defend, can you imagine what awaits us on the inside? Only a true hero could reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and live to tell the tale. Delta here fits the description better than anyone I know. And it's not as if we shall be idle in her absence. While Delta and her companions are risking their life to beat us the path to the tower, we can start analyzing the rubble for evidence of how its technologies function. Your knowledge of ancient lore will be invaluable in that endeavor, historian Graha. Tia. Ah, do you ever tire of being right, old man? Ahem. Delta, as it seems I won't be accompanying you, allow me to at least provide some instruction. The maze that surrounds the base of the tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. During the initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on revealing the place of hostile elements. Near visibly certain the maze is secure, make contact via lake shell and we shall join you post-haste. No matter what Master Garland says. Though we prefer if any relics you encounter remain intact, you have leave to do whatever is necessary to secure the ingress up to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you. Labyrinth of the Ancients now accessible. What? Dues for alliances? This duties to time? No. This seems very confusing. There's so many 24 people at once. That's crazy.
Really, it's just 3 parties of 8.
I wasn't expecting you to suddenly talk. Startled me. You startled me.
Just do what I tell you.
Let me just switch to Bard since I'm more used to that. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I guess.
I am quite serious about it, but mostly being 3 parties of 8.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all kind of have to work together, but you really only care about your own party.
How do you keep track of that?
Uh, your party's names are a different color and they're in your standard party list rather than the weird alliance box. Basically, here is the core thing you need to understand with alliance ranks. You'll look at your party and see if you're party A, B, or C.
Hmm.
A goes off to the left, B goes into the middle, whether it's middle near or middle far, and C goes off to the right.
Hmm. Wait, so wait, A is left.
Yes,
Just what?
correct.
Hmm.
And I could have made it so much worse by agreeing with you by saying right. Then we could have gone and done a whole thing where you'd be like, A is left, right. A is right? No, left. Left? Right. And then if you asked who's right, I would say Phoenix.
Assuming we're gonna be here for a while.
It says less than 5 minutes.
So you said is this one's required for progression?
Yep,
How many of these kinds of ones are required for progression?
3.
Like, good. It's just so much going on. It's overwhelming for me.
I get you.
Because like just doing the 4-man party and like the dungeons, that's manageable. But these big ones seem really overwhelming. Will you help me out again whenever I get to the others of this that I have to
Yep,
do? Wait, so is this gonna be like a dungeon or is this just like a boss fight?
dungeon. I mean, I know it's 11:30 and all, but man, usually this would have popped by now. There we go.
Immense.
Can you guess which direction we go first?
Had you have it on? I have you selected, so I see where you're going until we actually get to a fight.
You see where the entire mass of people is headed?
Yeah. Why am I so much? Why am I going slow?
Did you sprint?
Yeah. Well, I yeah I used the Peloton.
Let's not sprint. Peloton's a lot slower than sprint. This fight here is full of the very difficult mechanic of kill the things and don't stand in the back. It used to have a different mechanic where the floor would slowly fill up with like a poison goop and you had to be on the higher platforms. We kill it too fast for that now.
Oh, was with that floor just turning purple, where it turned
Yeah,
purple for a second?
yeah, that was the poison goop. Look at they're actually pointing far away. Basically, this dragon has 3 lives. There's a whole bunch of mechanics actually in play here that
What's
we
what's
just don't really care. You see, you're supposed to kill the skeletons far enough apart that they don't raise up next to each other and then sprint right for the boss. But considering you were supposed to be doing this in like item level 50 gear, and the gear I gave you was like item level 115. You know, we just don't care and kill the skeletons again anyways. Anyway, use the glowing shortcut.
versus use teleporter?
Uh,
Yes, shortcut.
the glowing shortcut, yes, you click. Oh, Reliance B. Okay. You got. They went and they pulled the boss early. I'm sorry. It's going
Sure.
to put you into Group A. If you accept the teleport, it's going to put you into Group A.
What do I do then?
Accept the teleport so you can participate in the fight. Go back and stand on the pad. There we go. I would have explained that fight to you if, you know, they hadn't pulled it before you got there. In this fight, we're not allowed to damage the boss until we become spooky ghosts. You see those people who have tethers going to them? Now they're spooky ghosts. See, when you try to hit the boss, it doesn't do any damage because they're not spooky ghosts. There, now we're spooky ghosts. Now we can hit the boss. Okay, now take the shortcut immediately, please. Because these people have shown that they are impatient. You're about to approach the least used stairs in the game. You're doing fine, Delta. Don't worry.
Oh, it was a loading screen, so I was confused.
Oh yeah, did you jump down the ledge?
Yes.
Yeah, there were stairs there.
I didn't see any. It looked straight, flat.
Yeah, no, there were stairs off to the side.
Oh,
Like
be
I
right
said,
there.
Least used stairs in the game.
Mm-hmm. Do we stand here on V?
Yeah, we come over to the B way. completely honest, I never actually understood the mechanics of this fight. Certain things make this bomb grow bigger, and if it grows big enough, it explodes and kills us all. So Delta,
Yeah.
this fight, you need to hide behind the meteors.
Hide behind the what?
The meteors.
What meteors?
You will see them.
Oh, is it these green things?
Now hide behind a meteor.
What? I was behind it. I think I still took. I
You
took.
left. Correct. Had you not been behind it, you would not have won.
What?
I think you just kind of got slapped by that thing's giant sword or something.
Oh no, it died. It said.
Yeah, the boss is dead. Once you're done with the cutscene, just return to the start, because that's where the shortcut takes you.
Alright. What?
What?
Apparently, I died at the same time the boss died.
Yes.
So I just press OK.
Yeah, just return.
Oh wait, someone is. Heal. There's a healer right here, I think.
Just return so you can... So, what has occurred because they waited for you to raise you is now you'll be going into this fight weakened rather than not going into this fight weakened. You're fine, Delta. You're fine. Now you're freaking out. You're fine. You do not actually want to be standing on that right now. And that's why you didn't want to be standing on that. Now come to our way, mate.
Oh, where is it? Oh, I see it.
People standing on these pads erected that barrier around the giant fire wave that he used.
Do-do-do. Yay.
And there you go. There was your first 24-man done.
Sure. Well, I think I got a bunch of stuff because people left.
Possibly.
Like, I got both of the faded orchestran rolls. But I don't think I have the stuff to actually be able to make them. Oh, cutscene. Hello there, Delta. Very impressive, I say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to depend on this historic event. The scale of the structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to our findings of my ballots and colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store endless energies of the sun, a characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what's the tower's inner defense? Judged by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant man wielding a shimmering skimmer. Yes, that's what will have to be Phlegaton, not Archeon. Phlegaton, he was a hero of the Algan Revolution. And you gleaned that from what? His weapon of choice? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, I always say, affinity for the lore of Algan Empire. It is, of course, the knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim the Crystal Tower is defended by champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Algan's extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this. Well, there's the foot of the tower. What surprise do you have in store for us, I wonder? I can't tell you how glad I am to have you with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had not been down the path through the maze, I much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss today, so let's retire to St. Confine for the present and there plan our next steps, lest there be any doubt. Our expedition had some ways to go yet. Alright, let's see, what did I get? Oh yeah, I got a triple triad card. What is this? Oh, this is for making special stuff. Mm-hmm. 'Cause I don't have, I think. I don't know. True. Let's see. Anything new here? No. Oh, this is new. I'll be able to put it on Warrior at level 50. Don't know if it's gonna be better than the other one. This. I guess. Oh wait, no, that's not something new. This is something new. Wasn't paying attention. Hi. Alright. And then. Alright. Okay, so I think the only things I actually got were. I did not get as much stuff as I thought I did. Yeah, I think this is the only thing I got. Wait, no, I got. Alright. I guess I can keep those for now. Here. Actually, no, I'm gonna worry about sorting those out more better. Sure. Let's just go back to the place. Mount. I guess I can't fly here. Very nice if you let me fly. Oh, it's because it's. Of course. Okay, mount. What? Why do you join us, Delta? Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full account of your experience in the labyrinth. Take one to collect yourself and you're ready. We'll show the way how best to proceed. I'll do this one next. Should I choose something else? Okay. Have some good rest. I'm probably gonna actually no. Actually, yeah, I am. I'm gonna actually be finishing now. I just realized it's midnight. So, if you want to stick around for figure, I think. Because yeah, I am. Dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just go to it and then sort out stuff tomorrow. Right. Okay. Right. Yes, this is it. Bye.